Hello chocks and chocolates and everyone in between, Roberto here for another video review. It's the M&Ms Chocolate Bar. Yeah, basically I think that's the gist of it. But it's got mini M&Ms in it. It's not full-size M&Ms in this one. Yeah, so an interesting one. I always thought, you know, you can see from the front of what it is really, I guess, but I always thought it should have sort of like a full-size M&M in this novel at the top, but it doesn't, unfortunately. So yeah, a bit of a shame, that one. Milk chocolates with M&Ms minis. There we go, 15%. Milk chocolate in a coloured sugar shell. It does have palm fat in there. Milk chocolate contains milk size 14% minimum, cocoa size 25% minimum. Portions per pack 8. Portion size 20.6 grams. Per 100 grams, 547 calories, which is pretty much on the top end of the 500 to 550 scale that most chocolate bars seem to have, as far as I can see, per 100 grams, calorie-wise. 52 grams of fat, 20 which are saturates. And per portion, an 8 for the pack. 113 calories, 6.6 grams of fat, 4.1 of which are saturates. It's 165 gram bar as well. Okay, there we go. Right, interesting. Alright, yeah, looks very interesting, this one. There's been a few of these really. It's basically, you'd think that when you do another flavour of them, say a peanut version of this or whatever, they'd have peanut M&Ms in, but they don't. They still have the M&Ms minis, but just have bits of peanut in the chocolate. So, no, this is the only one that's sort of pure, just M&Ms chocolate basically, you know, as in an actual representation, although it's M&Ms mini still, so even then it's not really, but it's actual, just has the M&Ms that you'd expect to have in it. So it's always a bit disappointing where, you know, it's not filled with M&Ms that are the actual M&Ms in question. So if you get the crispy version of this, it doesn't have mini crispy M&Ms. You get the sort of, you know, brownie one, it doesn't have M&Ms with brownie in or anything like that. So it's a bit disappointing that, I think, but let's say this one is the one where, aside from the fact it's M&Ms minis, it's pretty much as you'd expect it to be, so yeah. Alright, well I think we need to give this an open then, so let's do it. Let's give it an open. Right, okay everyone, I'm going to give this, yes, chocolate M&Ms chocolate bar an open. It's a regular M&Ms basically. That says chocolate at the top. I think it just means it's the type of M&Ms that are in it, but there we go. Yes, time recording, but 870 reviews, believe it or not. So if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. In the top right hand corner of the screen, you'll see a link to a playlist of all my other reviews and perhaps some other reviews, such as M&Ms reviews and any other related ones that I can think that might be applicable. So yeah, once you watch this, go check those out and hopefully enjoy those too. Okay, there we go. So I always like the look of these M&Ms bars, but it's always the same guy here. I don't think it's ever a different one. You'd think, you know, on the front, like the M&Ms sort of chocolate guy is this guy here, Mike, whatever he's called, and he appears there, but I don't think he changes. Well, it doesn't change. So basically, whenever you get a different M&M chocolate bar, it's always the same guy on it, which is a bit disappointing. Let's give a bit of a measure then. So let's see. Let's measure the width, I think. Why not with the calipers? Just check they're on 0 first. Yes. Okay. 8.2, 8.25 almost centimeters in width, and at the top it does, you know, it's not as wide at the top as at the bottom, so it's 8, you know, just slightly less, still about 8.2 though. Yeah, half a millimeter difference. Let's have a look at the height as well then. About 9 millimeters. There are some lines in there, but still about 9 because it's only indented in the middle. With the dome, up to 1.1. Okay, and then the length, let's do that. 18 centimeters, pretty much spot on. Yeah, not bad. And the top, I say it's not quite straight at the sides. It's about 17.7, so that's about 3 millimeters there. Okay, so there we go. So it looks quite nice, doesn't it? You can see the colourful pieces coming through, the M&Ms minis. And you can see that they are in the domes and things like that one, so they do go all the way to the top, which is nice. Yeah. Definitely full of stuff, this one, I think. I'll say it's a bit, yeah, I like the way that, you know, I like that we can still see the blocks in this one. I like the pattern of it, but obviously it does make you wonder if it's exactly the same calories in this part, because it just seems to contain less chocolate, because it's not got the domes in. Alright, let's, yeah, give it a bit of a split. Okay, you can see all those mini M&Ms there. You can see full size one there. So not full, well, you can see like a full one here, but they're not full size M&Ms. I don't think they say M on them either. No, they don't, which is odd. I'm sure mini M&Ms, well, sometimes it does wear off, doesn't it? But I'm sure mini M&Ms do normally have an M on them. You can see here, there's definitely not look to be one at all. As there's no need for them really, but it'd be nice if they did have one, just so they were. I don't see why they shouldn't really. You'd think because they make them in the same way as regular mini M&Ms, but perhaps they just siphon them off and it saves them, you know, billionth of a penny for every one you do, but because they produce millions and billions and trillions of them, it does actually add up. There we go. All right, looks very interesting. I don't think there's much more to say on it though. Very colourful. Looks to be chock full of M&Ms pieces, but I think we need to give it a taste. See if it tastes as good as you'd hope. So it's all about the chocolate, isn't it, for this one, really? Because otherwise you may as well just buy M&Ms. But let's see. Let's give it a taste. Let's find out. Let's give it a taste. Hello everyone. Right, okay, we're going to this chocolate M&Ms bar a taste. Yeah, with basically mini M&Ms in it. Not full-size ones, and just the chocolate ones, of course. Just the regular M&Ms. Yeah, so let's give it a go. We've got a bit of a block here that we well, prepared earlier, I guess, snapped off earlier. So yeah, let's give it a go. Give it a taste. Not bad, you know. I'd say the chocolate's not the best. I mean, it's quite a... It's not bad chocolate, but it's not the best, I think you'd say. It's quite normal, I think is the gist of it. I don't know, it's a bit like Nestle's milk chocolate, really. You know, it's not a million miles away from that. It's not the best milk chocolate, but it does the job. I think the main thing about it is the M&Ms in it. You know, they're the bits to look out for. So when you have a block without many of them in, it's a bit disappointing. It's not terrible, but you know. So I think it would be nice if there were kind of a full-size big one in every dome. I think just to sort of give you that extra, you know, massive crunch in every bite. Because obviously you can see the mini M&Ms are quite small. You know, yeah, they're not massive. Nonetheless, you do sometimes get, you know, more than one in a square. It's not like you're going to get, you know, not many, but it's just if there's one we get with less than others, it's a bit disappointing. But this one you can see here, it must have about 4 in there. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4. That blue one, the yellow one, green one, and the brown one. So, like it's very nice square. You know what I mean? So it is unusual, I think, to get one with not money in there, basically. But nonetheless, I did do. And it was a bit disappointing, you know, but it's still nice though. It's still got 1 in there, you know what I mean? So I think it's unusual. Maybe been a bit harsh there, but what I'm trying to say is that the chocolate's not the star of the show here. From that, you can then say, well, why not just get regular M&Ms? And I think that's the thing. Why would you get this over regular M&Ms? And I'm not sure. Because what makes this bar work, I think, is the M&Ms in the squares. Without that, I think the chocolate's a bit mundane. Let's say something when you eat it in a square, you can see here, lots of the mini M&Ms have been sort of removed from it. There's one sticking out there, but you can see there's some that aren't there that were before. So, you know, it's just if you are eating it in little blocks like this, you might be sort of losing out based on, you know, one block might have all the mini M&Ms in it. So you've got to be careful of that as well. You could eat it, double it up like this. And pretend it's like a Yorkie or whatnot. It's okay, really. I mean, it's just... I think I just struggle to sort of think why have this over regular M&Ms? I'm not sure, because you're probably getting it for the M&Ms part, really. So I just don't really know. I don't really know is the answer to that. It's not bad or anything. It's not like, you know, not like you dislike it, but it's like all these bars where it contains something that's like, you know, a Smarties chocolate bar or a mini eggs chocolate bar. You know, it's very hard to say, well, why not just get the regular ones? Why get the bar over it? And most of the time the answer is basically just, yeah, you may as well just get the regular bar. And I think the Smarties ones are slightly different because I think they're, you know, some of them are surrounded in white chocolate and, you know, say the chocolate's flavoured a bit orangey, you know, what have you. I don't know, it comes across that way, you know, for the orange Smartie one. So it's a bit difficult. Sometimes it isn't that straightforward. But with these ones, I'm not sure. There's something about it. There's something nice to have. I quite like crunchy bits in my chocolate, so this is kind of up my street, really. But you get that with regular M&Ms anyway, so I don't know. I'm not sure. I just feel like you'd rather just have regular M&Ms. I just feel like, and the big ones as well, the bigger, you know. I think some of the other M&Ms bars might be a bit different chocolate bars because they'll say they're filled with different things. So you've got the mini M&Ms and a filling as well. But with this one being just purely regular M&Ms, I don't know. I struggle to feel that you probably would rather just have regular chocolate M&Ms, really. But nonetheless, it's interesting. It's nice to have. It's nice to have the option, I guess. I feel like, well, the thing is, if they had to do this one because they've done all the others, so I can see why they've done it. And you know, it'd be a bit wrong to not have this one. It's a nice bar. I don't know. I don't know, maybe it's just a bit pointless is what I'm trying to get at, but nonetheless it's still nice. Like, the chocolate's okay. It's not the best chocolate in the world, as I say. It doesn't, you know, even doubled up because it still wasn't a solid block of chocolate. It still didn't have that bite of a Yorkie, you know. It's not necessarily chocolate, but it tastes quite similar. So it still didn't kind of work that way either. But also, it's got a nice crunch to it. I like that part of it. And as I say, it is pretty full of mini M&Ms as well. So, you know, it's not like this scrimping about. Sometimes you might get the odd, you might be unlucky and get a block with not many in there. But it's generally, there's always at least 3 or 4 in there. So it's pretty good, really, in each square. Yeah, so, I don't know. It's an interesting one. I'm just not quite sure the chocolate's good enough, really, to sort of warrant that this one's got much over just for having the regular M&Ms. And I say the regular M&Ms are bigger than this as well. I think I would have liked it to see if it had just one big solid regular M&M in each dome, really. But you could argue that if it did do that, you would be getting less. But I think I just would like that. I don't know. It just would work better for me. But as I said, there could be an issue with that. It might fall apart easier if it was like that because the chocolate wouldn't hold together as well. I don't know. But I think that would, for me, make it a bit more interesting. But then I probably would still be saying, well, you could just have regular M&Ms without the chocolate. And I think that would still be true. So, don't know. I think it's a pretty nice bar. Just the chocolate's okay. And, you know, it's not horrible or anything. It's still nice. But it's just nothing magically special. And I feel the crunch is quite nice as well. But I don't know. I feel like I'd probably just rather have just regular M&Ms. And I don't feel like you enjoy them more than this, really. But it's still nice. It's just interesting to have. But I think you'd probably just go back and have regular M&Ms. I don't think there's much here to keep you coming back to this bar. So yeah, there we go. 3.5 out of 5. Okay guys, so we enjoyed that review. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Check out YouTube Mode Pro. Great way to support the channel. Really is. Link for that's in the description. Yeah, check out the Discord server as well. The link for that's in the description also. Great way to keep in touch with myself and be part of the community. Like my videos and yeah, subscribe if you haven't already, as I said before. Yeah, leave a comment for free. Always do my best to reply. Really do, and it's always great to hear from you. And have a great day. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye for now. See ya. Bye.